our plants indoors right now, I wanted to show you an herb that we've been growing in our herb garden all summer long that's actually a very good candidate for the windowsill herb garden. And it is known as Vietnamese coriander. Sometimes you'll see it listed as Vietnamese cilantro. And while it's not a true coriander, it is a very good substitute for coriander that will grow all winter long for us indoors. Now, Vietnamese cilantro, or coriander, is actually a tender perennial that's only hardy to zone 8. So here, we can grow it as an annual. However, it lends itself very well to it being a house plant. So we can bring it in and have that coriander taste all winter long. Now, to see the plant here, it actually looks somewhat like a Joseph's coat, and it's actually a polygonum. And you can see here that the leaves are really quite decorative. We have a long, narrow green leaf, and a lot of times you'll find on the leaf kind of a V-shaped black blotch on it. And then the stems you see here are red. Now, it can get anywhere from 4 inches to about a foot tall. It tends to kind of flop over as it grows, so it's usually not a real tall plant. The other nice thing about this plant is that it is, you are able to harvest it repeatedly, whereas the coriander, you sow the seed, and once you've harvested the leaves, you have to sow more seed. Well, with this plant, you can just pinch off what you need and use the leaves as you need the seasoning. Now, you do want to use the leaves fresh because they don't lend themselves to drying very well, but as the plant will grow back, you can just harvest leaves as you need them, and actually cutting the stems off will help the plant develop a more bushy growth habit. Now, this plant actually likes kind of a rich, moist soil and can be planted in partial sun. However, we had ours pretty much in full sun here this year. It was shaded out by a few of the herbs around it, and it did very well for us in this situation. It does need a lot of water though, so you want to make sure to keep it in a moist area. Now, to take this in for the winter, we could either come and take cuttings, which actually will root very well just in water. We could remove some of these bottom leaves and put that in a glass of water and they should root. Or, even better, since this plant has a tendency to kind of flop over and root along the ground, what we can do is look for a place where it has rooted in. And you can see right here we've got several stems that have gone ahead and rooted in. So what I'm going to do here is just come down and come in here and clip that from the mother plant. You can see the stem here. And then we'll just dig that up and place that in potting soil. Then we can just put that on the windowsill in our kitchen, and then we'll have cilantro ready to use all winter long. Now, it works best if you pinch this back just a little bit so it can bush out, but this is a very nice plant to provide that wonderful cilantro flavor all winter long.